The Atlanta shooting was not even a week ago. Violent white men are the greatest terrorist threat to our country. Hell of a niece you got, Kamala. So this whole shooting happened. It was a total tragedy. And Kamala Harris's niece decides to comment on it. But let me give you a preface for Kamala's niece, because she's not just another one of those Black Lives Matter people who are out in the street protesting, has no education, and doesn't really know what the hell they're talking about. No. Mina Harris, Kamala's niece, she went to Stanford for her undergraduate degree, and then she went to Harvard for her JD, which is her law degree. Two of the most prestigious schools in America. Okay, I just want to preface this because this is not some dumbass. You have to have some sort of a brain to get through those colleges. So Kamala's niece, Mina, puts this on her Twitter. This is the VP's niece. Where do you think she's getting this stuff from? Do you think this stuff just popped into her head and was like, all right, I'm going to start being racist towards white people? No. She probably got it from family gatherings, how she was raised. So do you think at Thanksgiving they're talking about how they love white people and how white people are so great? Or do you think they're talking about how white people are terrible and how they're a huge terroristic threat to our nation? So then it comes out that the shooter is not white. He's actually Syrian. And he puts posts on his Facebook about how people have Islamic phobia and how he feels like he's targeted. I'll get to the reason why that crap still happens in America. Just one sec. But then Kamala's niece Mina posts this. I deleted a previous tweet about the suspect in the Boulder shooting. I made an assumption based on his being taken into custody alive and the fact that the majority of mass shootings in the US are carried out by white men. What a smart ass thing to say after you just openly were racist. Textbook racism. But Mina's not the only one. That's the sad part about this. You've got a guy named Uzar Hassan Rizvi saying he was only apprehended and not choked or shot to death because he was not brown, black, or a Muslim. Are you kidding? Let me tell you how sick all of you people are, including Kamala's niece, who are talking about the aftermath of him being taken alive out of the shop. You're more worried about comparing how he was arrested to other arrests than the actual shooting, than the people who died. How sick are you? You don't care about the cop who died. You don't care about the other 9 people who died. You know why? They were all white. But instead, you take it upon yourself to disrespect everybody who was killed in this situation and all of their families. Hell of a niece you got, Kamala. But my favorite one by far is this guy named Tariq Nasheed. This guy says the fact that this dude gunned down 10 people and the police didn't shoot his ass, that means he's white. We ain't gonna start playing games just because he was born in Syria. The suspect is white enough to benefit from the privileges of whiteness. Oh my God, you just bring yourself to a whole new level of stupid. Now let me get on to the motive of this shooting, because it's pretty obvious. This guy felt victimized. Talked about how he felt like he was the victim of Islamic phobia and how he hated Donald Trump, and talked about how he hated white privilege. What is the media in half of America been pitching and selling and marketing to the entire US over the past year? That people who are not white should feel targeted and should feel victimized. That you should hate Donald Trump because he's Donald Trump, or because he has a spray tan, or because he has a badass haircut. And last but certainly not least, that all white people are privileged. Now you put all of that together for a Syrian person who feels like he's already victimized. You're just putting him in a deep, dark abyss. That's why this happened. I don't even need the police or anyone else to tell me the motive of this. This guy felt extremely victimized, but it's false victimization. Because all it is the media selling people on this idea that you need to be victimized. Let me just say this to everybody who thinks that I am your problem. What has blaming white people done so far? Nothing. Especially coming from Kamala Harris's niece. Go back to Harvard, go back to wherever you came from, and relearn how the human mind works.